Hello friends, welcome to my channel VK Voice. Today we are going to discuss chapter number 1, classification of elements. First of all, what is element? Element is the purest form of a substance which is having only one type of atom. Keep it in your mind. Purest form having one type of atom. Next thing is why we should classify the element. What is the need of classification of elements? Now you know there are 118 elements present, and if someone asks you to just keep all the physical as well as chemical properties of these elements in your mind, then it will be very difficult for you. To make your work easy, or you can say to study these elements in a organized manner, these elements are classified. What is the need of classification? To study the elements in a organized manner. This study was done with various scientists. The first scientist who started the work of classification of element was Daveniers. What he did, he made the set of three elements and he called them triads. And the element which was in the middle was having the mass which was equal to the arithmetic mean of the masses of the other two elements, and their properties resembled. The properties of all these three elements were resembled. So triads are set of three elements in which middle element has the atomic weight equal to the arithmetic mean of the weights of other two elements. For example, as I have shown on the board, you can see over here lithium, sodium, potassium. Here sodium has the mass which is the arithmetic mean of mass of lithium and potassium, and the property of lithium, sodium and potassium resemble. So this is the one triads. Similarly, second triad is calcium, strontium and barium. Here also the strontium, this element has the mass which is the arithmetic mean of the masses of calcium and barium. Similarly, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Here bromine has the mass which is the arithmetic mean of mass of chlorine and iodine. So these are the triads. Next scientist who just classified these elements was Newlands. What he did, you know there are notes in the music, like in Indian music you say sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni. After seventh you come to the first again. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, again sa. That means the eighth note is similar to the first note. Similarly, Newland also arranged the element in which the eighth element was having the same property as that of first element. For example, here I have written helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Now, eighth element over here is fluorine and first element here is hydrogen. So, the property of hydrogen resemble with the property of fluorine. So, in this way, Newland, what he did? He made set of eight elements in which eighth element was resembling with the first element. That was called Newlands octave. Newlands octave. If someone asks you what is Newland octave law, then you will say that the property of the eighth element resembles with the property of the first element. So this is called Newland's octave law. Now next scientist was Mendeleev. Now what he did, he observed that the property like physical property and chemical property is depending upon the atomic masses of the element, and he gave a rule according to which the physical and chemical properties of the element has the periodic function of atomic mass, or you can say it varies with the atomic mass, or you can say the physical and chemical properties of the elements depend upon the atomic mass of an element. So what he did, he just arranged the element in the order of their increasing masses, and he made certain groups and periods. We will discuss in detail what is group, what is period. Actually there are some vertical columns downward like this, that are called groups, and some horizontal rows are there, that are called periods. So he arranged the element in the groups and periods. Now the advantage of Mendeleev was, he was the scientist who predicted some elements in advance, that elements were not discovered at that time and was discovered afterward, but he predicted them in advance and he named them as Eka element. For example, he predicted this element, this one, Eka boron, which is scandium, then Eka aluminium, which is gallium, then Eka manganese, which is titanium, and then Eka silicon, which is germanium. So all these elements was discovered later, and Mendeleev predicted them in advance. This was the advantage of Mendeleev periodic table. Now what was the disadvantage? Disadvantage of Mendeleev was, there are certain elements whose position was not specified, like hydrogen, and there were some isotopes as well, their position was also, they were arranged in the same group, but they should be given, since their masses are different, they should be given the position in the different groups. So these are few disadvantages of Mendeleev, due to which the advancement of the classification proceed a further step ahead. And the next scientist was Henry Moseley. He said that the properties of element don't depend upon masses, rather it depend upon the atomic number of the element. According to him, which is also known as modern periodic law, the physical and the chemical properties of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic numbers. Based upon this principle, he made a periodic table. After some time, Niels Bohr, another scientist, extended this table, which is known as long form of the periodic table. He made the table. Now these days we are using the long form of the periodic table. Here we are having, as I have discussed before also, here we are having certain groups and certain periods, and as I told you, some vertical lines are there which are known as groups, and there are some horizontal rows, lines are there which are known as periods. So he arranged the element in the groups and periods. So that's all for today. So students, आज हमने क्या कुछ डिस्कस किया? सबसे पहले मैंने आपको बताया कि एलिमेंट्स किसे कहते हैं. अगेन आपको बता देता हूँ, एलिमेंट प्योरेस्ट सब्सटेंस, ओनली वन टाइप्स ऑफ एटम. उसके बाद हमने डिस्कस किया कि क्लासिफिकेशन की ज़रूरत क्या है। मैंने आपको बताया कि बहुत ज़्यादा एलिमेंट्स हैं, उनको याद रखना बहुत मुश्किल काम है, और इस डिफ़िकल्टी को दूर करने के लिए एलिमेंट्स को ऑर्गेनाइज्ड स्टडी के लिए हमें इनके क्लासिफिकेशन की रिक्वायरमेंट है। फिर मैंने आपको बताया इस साइंटिस्ट के बारे में, डॉबिनियर्स ट्राइड्स के बारे में हमने डिस्कस किया कि तीन एलिमेंट्स का सेट्स है। इसमें हमने एलिमेंट्स को किस तरह से अरेंज कर रखा है, उनके इंक्रीजिंग मास के रूप में हमने उनको अरेंज कर रखा है, और जो बीच वाला एलिमेंट है उसका जो एटॉमिक वेट है वो दोनों एलिमेंट्स जो उसके साथ हैं उनका अर्थमेटिक मीन के बराबर है। उसके बाद हमने न्यूलैंड ऑक्टेव के बारे में डिस्कस किया, मेंडलीव की एडवांटेजेस और डिसएडवांटेजेस के बारे में डिस्कस किया, मॉडर्न पीरियोडिक टेबल के बारे में हमने डिस्कस किया। ये सारी चीज़ें आज हमने डिस्कस की हैं, और फर्दर हम इस चैप्टर को और ज़्यादा अच्छी डिटेल में डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। तो इसलिए आप स्टूडेंट से मैं रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ कि आप लोग सभी इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लो, और वो जो बेल का बटन है उसको दबाओ, ताकि आपके पास जब भी मैं केमिस्ट्री का कोई लेक्चर या वीडियो तैयार करता हूँ आप तक पहुँच जाए, आप तक नोटिस पहुँच जाए। क्योंकि कुछ स्टूडेंट्स ने मुझे बताया कि आपने सब्सक्राइब कर लिया, लेकिन आप तक वो वीडियो का मैसेज नहीं पहुँचेगा यदि आप बेल को दबाओगे नहीं। और जिन्होंने नहीं सब्सक्राइब किया है वो सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं, इफ़ यू फाइंड दैट दिस लेक्चर इज़ बेनिफिशियल फॉर यू। So sorry for using Hindi, because I think there are certain students who would like to just listen like that. So thank you for watching me. Thank you a lot.